Welcome viewers, this is just a quick tip on how to find out what your computer is made of and how fast it can go. This is a good tip to know for people, that say you're going to buy a new computer, or you just have that nerdy friend that wants to know about your computer and what it can do. This is a quick place to go to find out what your computer can do within your computer. And it's just you're just gonna hit Windows R on your keyboard. This will bring up your run menu, and you'll be able to access this dialog. Now, what you're going to do is just type in DXDIAG. This stands for DirectX Diagnostics, and you're just going to hit OK. And there's going to be a little loading bar down here. Depending on your computer, is how fast it's going to go. If you went into this a lot in the past, it usually doesn't take as long. But this is generally what your system information, your main system information is on this first tab. Like it says, operating system. It's going to say what operating system I have. I have Windows 7 Ultimate 32-bit. I still have the release candidate version, which is, if you were lucky enough to get it before the download stopped for it, and I can have this valid till March of 2010. And as you can see, um, as you look farther down here, my memory is at 4,096 megabytes of RAM, 4 gigs of RAM. I'm at 4 gigabytes of RAM, and most people are wondering, hey, why do you have 4 gigs of RAM, but you only have a 32-bit operating system? Yes, I know. In a 32-bit operating system, 3 gigabytes of RAM is the most that you can have, even after you upgrade to 4, because 32-bit operating systems can only handle up to 3 gigabytes of RAM. Yes, I know that. I'm about to make a transformation to the 64-bit version of Windows 7, but I wanted to try it out release candidate wise before I make the transformation, which I am going to be doing, since Windows 7 is such a great operating system. For people that want to know if it's good, my best thing to tell you is Windows 7 is basically Windows XP with Vista's look, so it's really good. Back to the system configuration page. Yes, this is everything. You're going to get your processor in here. Now, most people don't know how fast their processor is. It'll usually just say uh, this somewhere on your, if you have a laptop, it'll say somewhere by your keyboard, it'll say you have a Core 2 Duo or something, and the 5750 is the model version of the processor, which else, like if you go to Best Buy or whatever, that's what you'll see on the price card. You'll just see that number, and it won't tell you how fast the processor is. This is a mediocre CPU, 2.0 gigahertz. It has two of them in it because it is dual core. This is about standard laptop as far as it goes now, but my laptop's 2 years old. It was good when I bought it, but now it's just mediocre. Then you also have your display tab. This shows you what graphics card you have. Yes, I have a crappy graphics card. I already know this. I can't play much games with it. Note to any people that are about to buy a laptop, do not stay away from laptops with mobile Intel chipset graphics cards. This is it's a good graphics card if you're not thinking about gaming anytime in the future. You cannot game with this graphics card at all. There's no games playable, and you're like, hey, well, what if I just upgrade to a better graphics card? Very rare that you'll be able to find a laptop that has an upgradable option for a graphics card. So once you buy a computer with an Intel chipset, you're pretty much done. Yeah, I would say well, you're pretty much screwed. Is basically what I want to say. Pretty much screwed. You will not be able to play games anytime in the future. So you're just digging yourself into a hole, digging yourself a hole that you won't be able to climb out of to play games, basically. But this one has approximately 358 megabytes. I have no idea. I'm guessing it's a 256 with a little extra built in, or it's a 512 with a lot of reserved space for onboard. Um, and then it'll also tell you DirectX features in here. Since yes, mine is the crappy Intel chipset, I've buddies that have NVIDIA's, it'll say on here that it'll say your pixel shader 3.0, and it'll tell you all those upscale options that your graphics card has. You also got your sound driver in here. It tells you what sound driver you have, what version. If you have another sound card, this is more popular towards PC desktop users. And then your input is just a page that tells you about your USB devices and which drivers are installed per USB drive. And that's pretty much it. I hope this helps some of you beginners users, and hope to see you subscribe to some of my videos and here in the future.